Hi, and Merry Christmas here on the Skeptics channel. Tis the season to rewatch and listen to music that hasn't been changed since the 50s. I remember being 5 years old, running under the Christmas tree, grabbing some presents, and then going to rewatch It's Wonderful Life, every Sesame Street, Christmas Carol, Scrooge, all, the classic Christmas characters. One of my favorite movies from when I was that age was Homealone, which if you haven't watched, you should probably go and watch that now before watching the rest of this video. If you haven't watched it, the basic summary of it is a kid gets left home alone, and that's it. Well, not really. There's these two bandits, the water bandits, who try and come and steal things from the house. And instead of doing the reasonable thing that every child would have done, which is run away and go to a friend's house, call the police, yada yada, he decides to stay and defend his home. Why? Who knows? He doesn't really like his family anyway. But what he does is he sets up a multitude of traps. And I'm here today to discuss about whether these traps are good or not in a tier list. That's right, first YouTube tier list. Now, I have the tiers right here. What are these tiers? I'm glad you asked. F tier would be anyone can take it. From a newborn baby to my grandmother wouldn't weak me. If anyone can take it, not a good trap. D tier would be it hurts a bit. Like an ant bite, maybe a little sting, maybe a little ooh, ooh, owie. C tier would be a 50-50 chance. As in like, it has a chance of hurting you, has a chance of not, who knows, who cares? Kevin does. Matter way, his name's Kevin. B tier, it's just gonna leave a mark. You're gonna might get a little flesh wound, little ooh, little ow. A tier will be you're feeling that anymore. You're not walking away from that unscathed. You're gonna take a few days to recover from this. S tier will be it can kill you. Okay, let's get this started. All right, so the first trap we see Kevin use is a BB gun. And let's see if this starts out strong. It's not. It's a sucky first trap. I mean, it doesn't even break skin. It only hurts them for like a few seconds, and then they decide to move around. It's not a good trap. F tier. Now the second trap he used is way more effective. The slippery stairs. To me, this one was more effective because he could break his neck, but it also could be avoided if you got the cat-like reflexes that I have. So this one, it was a real close call for me between A and B tier. But I put it as B tier because, you could avoid it. I mean, everyone gets slippery stairs, and if you're not like, oh, you can avoid it quite easy. Which leads us to our third trap, which is the iron light, where he attaches a light to an iron, and then it falls, and then boom. That one is that's a very like specific trap to do. Cause like, what if they didn't turn on the light? Like, it'd just stay there. There'd be no use. I mean, you could even like dodge it. Just move out the way. Just with your Stephen Curry with it, or like a football player, or just a regular person that sees it. It's kind of dumb. It really is. I'd say that one is go with D tier because it could do some damage. It could do some damage. Now let's go to the fourth trap. Arguably the most famous trap, the hot iron door thing. Where he puts his hand on the door. Although it seems effective, although a lot of people love the trap and look at it and like, aha, maybe one of the most iconic scenes in the movie. F tier. I'm sorry. It's F tier. It's dog water. It's doo-doo. It's trash. I mean, it's like touching a hot iron. When you touch a hot iron, you don't just leave your hand on it. You don't go, oh, this is hot? Yeah, I'm gonna leave my hand there for a little bit. Okay. No, you just, that's the reaction. You just, oh shit. So there's not a lot, you can do there. I mean, there's a lot you can do there. There's just too much. F tier, dog water. It sucks. Moving on. The fifth trap, arguably the second most famous trap, the tar and nail scene, where he basically keeps on taking off his stuff. The tar and nail scene. I'd give that one D tier. It's D tier. I'm sorry. It's not that good because tar is not that sticky. I mean, I know your argument, but animals back in the day, they got hit with it, and then like they sunk, and then now like there's preserved animal bodies in the tar pits. Yeah, because it's a tar pit, not just tar on stairs. It's not sticky. Tar is not that sticky. Roads are made of tar. Even when roads get heated up on a hot summer day, you can just move. You can move. It's not sticky. D tier, only because of the nail. Even then, when you go upstairs, you're looking at the stairs itself. You can see the nail. You'll be like, huh, that's a nail. D tier, not that good. Sixth trap though, the sixth one, the flamethrower, solid A tier. I mean, that is chef's kiss. I mean, you could have burned his face off. Instead, he burned off some hair, but he could have burned off his face. I mean, come on now. It's great, beautiful. Chef's kiss. But then Kevin moves on to the dumbest one, which is the feather fan. That's just F tier. F tier. It does no harm. It does no damage. Why? Why? This sucks. Come on, Kevin, step your game up. Eighth trap though, the ornament. I'm twisted on this one. It's effective. Don't get me wrong, especially on Marv, which is his name. It's effective. Like and like realistically, probably wouldn't be able to walk for a while. Probably ever. If it was the other guy, I don't remember his name, but I know it starts with an M. If you can put the name right here. If it was him, it wouldn't do anything though. So I'm gonna say because it was him, I'm gonna put it a B tier. No, I'm gonna put that as an A tier. A tier. I'm changing it to an A tier. Final spot for it. Ornaments, A tier. Deadly, it's gonna leave a mark in the morning. Probably not gonna walk for a few days. Not S tier. I don't think it's S tier. Because even though realistically you're not gonna walk, he does like get up. If you're smart enough, you'd see the ornaments. Like the window was wide open. He could have looked in first, but he didn't. So he was the dumb butt right there. So I say it stops it from being an S tier. It's not an A tier. We haven't found our S tier yet, but we're close. Maybe, I think. Who knows? The ninth trap, the Cars trip, where they walk and then boop, it's not the greatest, not the worst he could do. I'm gonna say Cars is C tier. It stops him for a little bit. You know, I mean, I feel like if a normal person like went and did it, like I feel like a normal person wouldn't slip on some cars. I mean, you can, but I don't feel like it hurt him that much. Moving on to the 10th trap, the paint can trap. The paint can trap, I actually enjoy. Paint can trap, A tier. Because, you know, realistically, if you get hit in the face with a paint can that's like swinging from that height, plus it's down some stairs, I'd say you'd feel that in the morning. That hurt a lot. Not S tier because I feel like it can't kill you. I don't feel like that can kill you. Probably a concussion at most, but can't kill you. Because, you know, football players, they run into each other a lot. And they're probably running faster and hitting harder than a paint can. And they only get concussions. So I feel like it's an A tier. Can't kill you, but can hurt you a lot. Next trap. Next trap is the wire where they make him trip over wire. I say it's a C tier. It's C tier. Because it only worked half of the time. It got the one guy, the short guy, that actually, fun fact, was the cop in the beginning of the movie. You know, at the beginning of the movie where the cop comes in and he's like, hey ma'am, I heard you're gonna be out of town. Yada, yada, yada. Haha, surprise, I'm super Robbie. That guy, that was him. Fun fact I learned when researching this movie. I didn't know that. I was a kid. I haven't watched this movie in 2 years. 2 years? Probably 5. So yeah, fun fact that we're all learning today. I'd say that's a solid A tier. Now the 12th trap. 12th trap? Tarantula, which I'm also conflicted on. It took me a lot of time to figure out where I'd put this. I think the tarantula depends per person. Because not everyone's deadly scared of spiders. Otherwise, there would be no spider effects. And that's the only reason that's in the house. Because one of the people in the house liked spiders. So Marv was scared of the spider, but the other guy, I keep on forgetting his name right here. The other guy didn't care or didn't even know that the spider was there. I'd say because it depends on the person, because I'm doing this off of if realistically this was real life and they were actual burglars trying to steal from this house. Realistically, okay, just did some research. Tarantulas don't really bite. They spread their hair and like get it on their body, which stings them. That's effective. So I'd say realistically, B tier. Moving on. The 13th and last trap. When Kevin shoots across his home into a treehouse and then goats them into getting on the thing, on the rope, and then cutting the rope. For a last trap in his grand final act, it's really lackluster. I'm sorry. It's not good. I'd say a smart person would have just let go, like when the swing hasn't reached the apex and like would have hit the wall. If they let go at like the bottom, they could have like tumbled, roll, and would have been fine. But those dumb butts kept on holding on to it, got hit in the face with a brick wall, fell down, and probably have a concussion. If a normal person did that, I think the first thing I said with the rolling, everybody would have done that. Not hold on. Maybe somebody who's paralyzed by fear, they would have held on, but even then, that's dumb. So I'd say that one would be a C tier. 50% of the time, most people would just let go. I feel like most people would let go, but you don't know, depending on the person. So I'd say C tier. Well, Kevin had some really good traps. He had some really bad traps. A lot of really bad traps. I think none of his traps reached an S tier. Like none of his traps could have killed. Wait, hold on. Wait a moment. We're getting a secret 14 trap. Hold on. Let's cut to the film. Let's cut to the film. All right, just getting word from the live team. We have a shot. Oh my gosh. Is that who I think it is? It's Marley. He's out of retirement. Oh my gosh, what do you have in his hand? A shovel. Marley, look out. Don't get hit. Oh, when he just got hit. Oh, other guy named. Don't do it. Don't. Oh, and Marley does it. That's it. Our only S tier. Marley with a shovel. He could kill these men and put stuff over their graves. Marley with the shovel. Only S tier. He dominates all the traps. Secret Trap 14. Let's go, baby. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you liked the video. Be sure to comment what you think each tier of the traps should be. If you think I'm wrong, if you think some traps should be promoted to S tier. I think this is an accurate representation of the traps. But yeah, thank you for watching. Merry Christmas and goodbye. Oh, and watch Homealone. Great movie.